And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with episode 98.
Yeah, 79, guys. 79. Welcome back. Jackson, lead it off. What are we doing?
Well, we got a guest today.
Lead the ship.
We got a guest today.
Don't say his name.
Jim Rodriguez.
Yep. What's up, Jim? How you doing, buddy?
How we doing?
Good.
So, I guess we have to get into this right away.
That's the only way we do anything.
Trump just got indicted.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's a disgrace is what he said that probably 14 times in a 2-minute conversation.
What do you expect him to say?
It's a disgrace. This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. But the thing that I liked that he said was, he said, everybody knows what's going on here, and November 5th is going to be the real whatever is going to be like the election. The people are going to talk. He goes, everybody knows what's going on here. And we all do know what's going on there. I mean, it's as corrupt as it gets.
He's denying with the lie until he dies. I mean, I think that is the Trump template is I'm going to deny everything that's negative about me. And it probably is true. I mean, a bunch of it is true.
If he goes to jail, though, he's going to get elected.
He's not going to jail.
Yeah, he won't go to. If he went to jail, I think people will go into the streets.
No, I think this only helps him, definitely. If he's able to still run and get elected.
He is able to still run.
Then I don't get what's the whole point of this? Why is this such a big deal?
So, because think of this. 2016, it was Russian collusion.
Wasn't that after, though, he won?
No, this is all
It was
before. The whole
I thought it was after.
Russian collusion were the two words. I don't forget what it was in 2020, but now this one.
Well, that was it was the January 6th.
No, that was after. I'm talking about.
Well, I thought you were talking about the times he got impeached.
No, and this is like I'm talking about the 2016 election going to run like from now till the election.
Right.
They were just all the debates and stuff. They were saying Russian collusion. Everybody on Twitter, Russian collusion, and now it's gonna be you're a convicted felon, you're a convicted felon, convicted felon. That's all Biden's gonna say. You guys are going to vote for a convicted felon. This is a convicted felon, convicted felon. Like, they have to get something on him to be able to say something.
Let's just say Trump can't run. Do they have to throw in a second party candidate?
He's running.
He 100%'s running.
Yes, 100%.
I don't get it then. I don't get it. Did you see the whole thing with Robert De Niro?
Oh, that was classic.
You said De Niro talking shit about Trump in New York?
Yeah,
just like this week.
No, I didn't see that one, but I've seen one a couple weeks ago.
Can he just, like, stay out of it? Like
he just had a kid.
Can he just stay out of it? Like, I like De Niro. Can we let's just stop commenting? He already lost.
Or like a couple months ago, and he was saying how terrible it would be if Trump gets elected, and somebody asked, I might have been on Bill Maher, I don't know, but then he asked him, he's like, what about what's going on in New York right now? Like, because that's when they deployed the National Guard into the subways and shit, and he was like, nothing's wrong with New York. New York's the greatest, blah, 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 blah. But
New York's a shithole.
Would never go back.
I would definitely go. I wouldn't live there, but I would go for a week.
I would never
take a longer Vegas. Like Vegas is 2 days. I go to New York maybe 4 or 5.
I think
maybe Atlantic City.
Another problem though is like with the people that were gonna vote for Trump maybe this year who either didn't vote in 2020 or 2016 or voted the other way in 2020 or 2016.
Yeah.
And the people who were on the fence and were thinking there's no way I'm gonna be voting for Biden. And probably were either not going to vote or vote for Trump, or now they're thinking, like, I'm not going to vote for a convicted felon. Like, you know how many dipshits there are? Just because he's a convicted felon.
Yeah,
I think that also makes him cool, though. Like, all the you can see something that's like...
I don't think he swings that many voters away from him, though. I think the Trump party, I mean, I think, like, the core of his, voters are not leaving. They're committed to it.
None of them are, but the people who were going to swing states like Arizona and Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they already said it's going to take like 6 weeks for the polls and the new polls to come in for them to see. But like he's been up in all these swing states, and like people are saying it'll drop like 4 or 5 points.
Dude, Trump is a cockroach. They can't get rid of the guy, and every time they try to get rid of him, he only gets stronger. His party only gets stronger. I just don't get why they're even looking into it. Why let him be in the media?
I don't know if you knew this or not. So the Republican National Committee Convention
in
Wisconsin or wherever it's at is on June 15th or July 15th, one of the other. And his sentencing is on like the 11th, 4 days before it.
Really?
They set his sentencing 4 days before the...
Why wouldn't they, though?
No, that's what... It's just so corrupt. It's all...
Well, okay, but
it's a disgrace.
It's not a third world country. I mean, there's got to be some validity to what he did.
No, dude, it's a disgrace. It's a sham trial.
I think it's
Soros owns the DA.
I know, that's crazy. That Trump video you showed me where he mentioned Soros.
And another thing about the jury, so I don't know.
I mean, how can they even be impartial?
For on civil, that's another. Yeah, you saw that they wouldn't give him a venue change, and he only has like 5% of his voting, like from that district is only 5% to 95% Biden.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't give him a venue change for a more like fair 50-50 place. And where was I going with this?
He wasn't going to win that district, or he wasn't going to win the...
No, but for the jury. So the jury, like only 5% of his people in that district vote for him. The other 95% are Democrat. But the jury also, usually in like a civil or criminal trial, it has to be a unanimous jury.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a 4-4-4 jury. So that means 4 people can vote yes, 4 people can vote no, 4 people can vote I don't know. So you only really need 4 yeses.
4 yeses gets him convicted.
Yes. And usually it has to be 12. And that's a big reason.
How do they set the... how do they even make that?
I don't know how they're able to do it. That's what I'm talking about. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
It's just a weird shit going on. And another thing too, so like for normal juries, say it's a criminal case or even a civil case.
Mm-hmm.
Once the jury's picked and when the trial starts, before the trial starts, all the jury's sitting together in like a back room, and the judge or somebody will come and give them like a script or a paper of how they're supposed, basically the decision they're supposed to make, like every single time. So it's not really you're even making your own decision. They're basically telling you how to decide in this case. And sometimes say it's a murder trial or something, or any type of criminal trial, and say they're telling you this guy's wrong, we have to convict him. But say there's 3 or 4 guys who are like, I don't think this is bullshit. Like, there's no way this guy's guilty right now. There's just not enough evidence to put him away for life.
But they need a unanimous vote.
So what'll happen is that's when like those jury trials, the trials will go on for days because there'll be 3 or 4, 2, even 1 holdout thinking like, dude, there's not enough evidence. I can say that yes to convict this guy for life.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go and they'll hold out for 3 or 4 days, and then eventually what happens is the guy will just be like, fuck it, I just want to go home. Like, okay, yes.
And that makes sense.
Yes,
yeah.
He's guilty. I just want to go home. And that's how shit happens. And that's how it should have been for the Trump trial. But I don't know why they were supposed to change it. I guess I should have looked into it more. But yeah, it was a 4-4-4 thing, which is crazy.
Dude, it's a wild goose chase. They were going to get something on him. They had to find something that would stick.
Well, he still has 2 more.
Was all of his charges for the tax?
No, this is all for the Stormy Daniels shit.
I thought it was 34 counts of falsifying like business
documents.
records.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
what does the Stormy Daniels thing have to do with it?
Is. Like they
the hush money,
they falsified the payments and shit. Like
you know what? I've heard the Stormy Daniels stuff as like a 3rd tier like thing they were trying to get him on. I thought that was the dumb. I thought I didn't get to see the angle on that.
It's ridiculous.
I know she's like contradicted herself on her stories.
They could have did this any time between now and 2024, but the reason they've kept it in their back pocket.
Hey, does anyone remember when Hunter Biden was doing cocaine in the White House? I mean, it's just like this stuff goes through the news cycle and then it's just gone, and they're just waiting for something on Trump. It's just weird. It's definitely biased, and it's definitely leaning toward the way, and I think that only helps lose the voters. Like I don't think that's helping their case and trying to get back.
The problem is though, Joseph, there are so many uneducated people in this world that get news from such bad places that they'll just see this convicted felon shit and not actually
Daily Mail on Snapchat.
Yeah, but I think definitely the Trump crowd is definitely it's like a pushback.
They're gonna stay, but that's
it's a pushback. It
doesn't matter. They were always going to stay, but the people who are the swing states are the most important ones, and a lot of those people who are thinking about voting for Trump may now be like, I'm not going to vote for.
So tell me if I'm wrong. I think right now in all the polls he's leading in all those swing states. Right now, like the current polls, he's leading like Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona. He's winning all of them.
5 or 6 out of 6 of them, or some shit like that.
So do you think he loses one of those states because of this?
All of them. I don't know.
What were you saying? The 2 other things he has coming up.
Oh yeah, so this was the Stormy Daniels hush money trial. He has that one when they raided Mar-a-Lago and saw the files he kept. You know.
Yeah.
The FBI raided, and the other one is something about like some $400 million thing. I don't know what it was really, but it's like some $400 million payment or some shit he has to make or might have to make.
I was listening to this guy talk on a podcast. I'm not going to say his name because I kind of like him, but he was talking about like foreign policy in the Middle East over like Obama, the Bush years, HW and then W, talking about Clinton, Biden, whatever. Ever since H.W. Bush, he was talking about like the foreign policy towards the Middle East. And he was talking about how like Trump succeeded in like not starting any wars, easing tensions, but at the same time he was saying that, and he said it was like it wasn't based off rationale. It was basically because Trump's an idiot. He didn't know what he was doing, and he just kind of stumbled into this. And he was like talking about it, but he was complimenting him at the same time. And then he was talking about like how we invaded Syria with Obama and how we're doing all these like drone strikes. And then we talked about Desert Storm, about like what happened in Kuwait and Iraq, like Saddam Hussein invading Kuwait. And it's just like Trump has been the only guy who didn't start a war. And like he was complimenting him on it. And this is like he's like a UT professor. Like this is a well-educated guy.
Roy Casagrande.
It's
That dude is a dipshit.
Dude, he's not though.
Joseph,
he's not.
Joseph, you listen to this.
What are you
guy?
laughing at, Sacco?
He knows.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know. You don't even know who We're talking about a different guy. We're talking about a different guy.
No, we're not talking about Peter Z. I know this Casagrande guy.
Joseph.
How do you know Roy Casagrande?
Because I looked him up on UT. The guy looks like Gandalf the Grey's pipe from.
Yeah, but that looks like a professor.
Joseph,
he looks like a hippie. That's a professor.
No.
Listen, at first, I thought he was also decent too.
I think he's pretty good.
But listen, you think he is?
He's very okay.
He's very articulate and is very good.
He's very
speaker.
knowledgeable.
He's knowledgeable about wrong shit. He's not right though. Joseph, just touch the comment section on every video that he does.
I do.
And they all
I see a button. It's all on the top though.
I
mean, I'm not gonna read all 1,000.
A fucking idiot. This is not right. Blah blah blah. This is why he's wrong. And then you go look it up, and everything he says is wrong for the most part. Everything.
Just because you're a well-spoken guy doesn't mean you're right.
That's why. And you think?
He was saying that, and I'm calling him out on it. He was saying all this stuff. I'm kind of agreeing.
I'm sorry, but you can't stumble into a place of power and just miraculously not start like.
That's a problem, though.
No, but he didn't have like a real objective plan at how to handle the Middle East. It was more just kind of like he's just going off the cusp and just kind of figuring it out as he goes. Where he said Obama had like more of a plan and he knew how to like deter Iran with the nuclear
Roy
deal.
Casagrande is a dipshit, so it doesn't matter. But that's a problem. Even I
like him. I think if you want to hear about the Crusades, I think he gives a good.
He's wrong.
He gives about the Crusades.
About 90%.
Why are you listening to this guy about the Crusades?
Exactly.
I'm a historian. I like to listen about history. I'm sorry.
But what is he like? Where is he? What is his background in the Crusades? Like, I'm genuinely curious because I've looked at this guy.
He studies the Middle East. He studies Middle East history, like that region of the world.
Joseph.
Yeah, he's a historian.
The problem is though, and I admit
that's what he does. He gives lectures on it. He's been teaching for 30 years.
I admit that I have this problem too until I start actually doing my own research.
I can't believe we're talking about Roy Casagrande.
I hear a guy like this, and he sounds well-spoken and articulate, and it sounds like the shit he's saying is right, and it's interesting.
No, I'm saying he's wrong.
Once you do your own research, because that's what gave me the idea. I started because one thing I forget what it was, but it was one of those shorts. I'm like, dude, this just sounds so outlandish, and I started looking at the comments, and all of them are, this is so wrong. This is why it's wrong, and these people giving these really long paragraphs about why he's wrong. Then I started scrolling through a bunch of his shorts and shit, and everything is just, this is wrong, this is why it's wrong. And I started looking up all of them, and it's just everything he says is wrong.
Are these the same people that are going to call Trump a felon and then not vote for him?
No, I don't know. I don't know who they are.
How do you know who they are? I mean, just
they're just putting a factual. They're trying to put
the real facts out, and then I'll go do my research.
Let's not say
and they're right.
real facts.
It's redundant facts. Facts are facts.
Wishy-washy fact that you can go look up on your own, and then you can make your own opinion from it.
He's definitely he's making a frame of like how he thinks the world operates, and it's kind of leaning towards the left, and he's going to kind of favor that side of it.
He's a professor at
that
UT.
Point of view.
He'd get outcasted.
I said UT to be more specific. It's Austin Community College. Okay, it's ACC.
He's a dip.
It's Austin Community College. Shout out community colleges all around.
Yeah. Shout out BC. I'm taking a summer school class this summer.
For what?
Soil science.
I don't give a shit.
I need a credit. I needed an extra credit to graduate on time.
The soil science.
Yeah.
What's your major? Isn't it journalism?
Yeah, but I just need credit hours. Like for
why soil? Like, couldn't you take anything?
Yeah.
Why soil science?
These are like the comments on Roy Casagrande videos.
Okay, what is he talking about in the video?
This one's about some German, something about Germany.
Something about Germany.
Like I don't know.
Fuck you, Ron.
Something about throat communication systems that Germany used in World War II.
Okay.
And
I think he's knowledgeable.
This is what all the comments are. My man went to the to Reddit and thought he was a World War II expert. We finally figured out the Germans what we're doing. He made them sound like they're extinct. He's wrong on so many levels, but he's not wrong about how tanks look like tanks.
That's funny. That's funny.
The guy's a dipshit.
No, he's not. He's not.
You think, Joseph, but this is your problem.
What's my problem?
You hear guys like this, and you think they sound so articulate, and they have to be right just because they talk good. But nothing they say is right.
What is something that he has said that you think's wrong?
That right there.
What was he was just talking about Germany?
I'll listen to the video.
You read one comment. Okay, he said something interesting that kind of captured my attention on the guy. Okay, he was talking about the Byzantine Empire.
Oh, we're not. Oh,
we are
going
to get.
He was right.
What do you mean?
How do you know he was right? What he was talking about?
Is this the guy that said the Roman Empire never fell?
It didn't fall in 476. Only the Western Roman Empire fell.
How do you know he's right what he was talking about the Byzantine Empire? Like, how do you know what he was saying is the true fact?
Well, he started off the class where he was giving these old coins of like the Umayyad or the Ottoman Empire when they first conquered Constantinople in 1490. No, it wasn't 1452. And he was showing the coins that they were using at the time, and they used to have Roman emperors still. So they wanted to like inherit their culture, but they wanted the Roman Empire to be more like Muslim influence rather than Catholic influence. What do you mean?
Like, how do we know that's true?
Like,
did you go and look it up after, or did you just hear this?
I don't think he's making this shit up.
Dude, he is though.
Okay, here's another one that was interesting.
He gets this shit off Reddit, Joseph.
No, he doesn't. Here's another thing.
He's an expert on all this shit.
He was doing this when Reddit wasn't even a thing.
Reddit's been a thing for a while.
Reddit's been a thing for a while.
He's been doing it for 30 years, Jackson.
Well,
when was Reddit a thing? I haven't heard Reddit since 2016.
He makes his.
When did Reddit start?
Around since like early
it was
the internet came out in like early 2000s.
No, here's another thing he said that was interesting. So, the symbol of what Constantinople was, they kept that symbol and it became the symbol for Islam.
2005.
So they had the same flag, like it's the same symbolism. So they wanted to inherit the Roman Empire and they wanted to turn it into an Islamic empire, and so. Basically, he was just talking about how they named it the Byzantine Empire, basically because it was written by German scholars who believed they took over the Roman Empire in 476, barbarian tribes. They kind of wrote the Byzantine Empire to discredit what the Ottoman Empire did to invade into Constantinople and take over. But it was always the Roman Empire. At the time, too, in 476, the capital of Western Roman Empire wasn't even Rome anymore. It was Ravenna. And Ravenna was captured. And they had a vote. The Western Roman Empire, he laid down his cloak and he said, I am no longer the emperor of this empire, not my part. And then the Eastern Roman Empire took over the entire thing. What did you look up? Did anything wrong, did I say?
I didn't look up any of it.
He just said that and I thought it was interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna die on the fucking cross defending Roy Casagrande.
I get it. No, but I get it. He sounds interesting. When he talks, he's very good at talking and he's very good at swaying people like you.
I'm not swayed. I'm just I think it's okay to listen to outside opinions. You can listen to two sides.
It's history, though. There's fact and there's wrong.
Fairy tale.
Like there's actually what happened, and then there's fairy tale.
Okay, so what happened?
I don't know. Haven't learned anything about it. I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you about the Byzantine Empire.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Well, if they never called them the Byzantine Empire, when the Byzantine Empire was around. They never called it the Byzantine Empire. Like, we're in America right now. They never were like, this is the Byzantine Empire. It was always the Roman Empire. But they split it. It was written in text, dude. They never referred to the empire as the Byzantine Empire.
Then why do we talk about the Byzantine Empire?
Because it was German influence, and it was basically the Germans, the Holy Roman Empire. They were the rightful heirs to the throne of like taking over Rome. We're going to prolong.
Germans were?
Yeah, the Germanic tribes. Basically, Germany back then was like France, Germany, like that entire area. It wasn't just like what you think Germany is today.
They were just
They were a bunch
Germanic
of tribes.
Yeah, Germanic barbarian tribes. They're all in the same. That region of Europe, there was no Franks, right? The Franks weren't there yet. It was a bunch of tribes.
They were very...
Germania. It was called Germania.
Into the picture on that.
That's 1595.
1595?
Yeah, that's 1,000 years from that.
Hey, you know.
Why are you mentioning Martin Luther right now?
I'm just trying to put the German history all together.
We already talked about that. Austria, right? He was Austrian.
Luther?
Yeah, wasn't Luther Austrian?
Something like that.
Yeah, we were talking about it last podcast.
One of those little countries.
Yeah, I mean, okay, whatever. But he made that point. I actually brought him up just to say he was kind of bullshit on this fact because he was like complimenting Trump and then in the same way he was still calling him stupid. Dude, I'm all for it. I'm appalled. I'm appalled that this is going to be a big fucking deal because I honestly feel like they were trying to get him in trouble for no apparent reason. I mean, this is a wild goose chase. I mean, Nixon didn't even get indicted.
I have a question though. Do you like genuinely care though? Like when you turn on the TV, it's like
I think because I think it's like, what you can use it as a weapon.
Do you genuinely care? Like at this point, at this point, it's just I saw that today on my phone when I looked on Twitter. Yesterday, I was just like, cool. I'm just gonna keep going. Like I don't think it's a matter of like caring anymore.
I don't think because they can do it to anybody.
No, it's fucked up.
They can do it to anybody.
Yeah, like I'm saying it. I'm not saying it's right.
Really, it's not called for.
I'm just saying like for me, like my daily life, like I just don't care anymore. Like I have no influence on what is going to happen on this situation.
And a lot of people think like that, and I think that kind of you're not.
Well, I'm still good. I'm a voter. I can have my own beliefs and think what I'm going to vote for.
Yeah, but it's kind of a big deal. It has big implications moving forward.
And another thing, too, is they got him on 34 felony accounts that were all supposed to be misdemeanors, and they changed him to felony.
Yeah.
So now he's a felon.
It's like the Scheffler.
It's where they can just change it. How can they just change it?
Scheffler to be a felon? I don't know.
Dude, that's what they can't. They just do.
Dude, it's elderly abuse.
The Soros owns the DA. And
that
told
video.
him this is what you're gonna do.
That video of him talking, he sounds beat up.
Dude, he's
80 years old.
I think Biden would have died if they wouldn't have done this to him.
They inject Biden with Adderall.
What honestly, I want to know what he takes because
Adderall.
It is honestly amazing how sometimes he puts it on.
He probably takes testosterone and fucking Adderall.
Like talk about a guy who flips the switch. He is brain dead, and then whenever he has to debate, he just like is
probably give him meth.
He's wired. He's wired, and he has. It's like Cinderella. It's like right when the clock strikes midnight, he turns into mush again. So he has like 3 hours to say whatever he has to say.
Imagine if Trump did what Clinton did and got his horn sucked.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It'd been the end of the world.
They would freak out.
Didn't Clinton get impeached for that?
Yeah.
Ironically, that would be so funny though.
I would respect it, but okay. But he's old, dude. Like he's
John Paul,
fucking
you like
old.
that?
He's fucking old. Wasn't Clinton only like 50 in the 90s? Like I mean,
something like that.
Who cares?
Dude, he was Kennedy 2.0. Dog, relax.
He was Kennedy 2.0. I wasn't alive back then. I couldn't tell you what the guy was.
You weren't alive with Clinton
when he was president?
No,
he wasn't.
You weren't.
He just said he wasn't.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Kennedy.
Oh no, I just said no. I don't have. I can't.
He wasn't alive with either of them.
Yeah. I don't have I don't have an opinion based on it. I wasn't really like, okay, like that happened.
Guy got his horn sucked and got caught.
You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. He got away with it. He got away with it. I mean, dude, it's like no one talks about the flight logs anymore.
Nobody talks about Epstein anymore.
26 times?
Yeah, but nobody even talks about Epstein at all anymore, Joseph.
It's like, okay, you know the guy on the fucking Nickelodeon series where they're with like Drake Bell getting raped?
I didn't watch any of that.
Well, they were making the whole point of it. The main idea was like the guy that was molesting Drake Bell. He like was pen pals with John Wayne Gacy. That was the big thing. That was like the biggest headline out of that documentary.
I don't know. I don't know who
John Wayne Gacy, notorious serial killer, dressed up as a clown, like really fucked up. Look it up.
Is he it?
It's like him and Dahmer. Like he's like in that list.
He's in that list.
Like
of
Bundy.
I've heard of Ted Bundy, and I've heard of Jeffrey Dahmer.
So John Wayne Gacy's like he's one of those. You got to watch the South Park episode. It's actually kind of funny. Like
Which
the Three
one?
Stooges that can't help themselves from killing people. But anyways, that was like the big deal. His name was like Peck. Was like pen pals with him, and he was molesting Drake Bell. But
does this affect LeBron's legacy?
Kinda. But Bill Clinton was on a flight log with this notorious pedophile.
Yeah, and they just brush it.
And no one cares.
Brush it under the rubber. It's not like nobody cares. There's nothing you can do.
And then tell me what happened with the Stormy Daniels stuff, because I'm confused. Because I know
no idea.
She consensually like had sex with him, but then she didn't feel comfortable about it.
No, I think maybe what happened was, and I'm just
speculation.
Yeah.
That he probably paid her. Like she's a porn star. She probably gets paid to bang.
Oh shit.
Probably paid her and then she was gonna come out, and once he started running for president and came out probably and was gonna say, I'm gonna come out with all this information about you. I have all this
proof, yada yada yada.
It's always a stupid one.
And then he said, no, we'll pay you X amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
She said, okay, fine. But then she still came out and said that he paid her off, because she probably was like, now you just paid me off and basically
you bribed
me. So now I want more money, or this is gonna happen.
Dude, screw her. Screw her.
She should go to jail.
I think she should too. Yeah, absolutely. She just wants attention. It's just attention. You're just trying to grab power.
Michael Cohen, his lawyer at the time, who paid Stormy Daniels, that guy's just the most corrupt piece of shit. Anybody who will pay that guy, I think he's probably a drug addict, honestly. I mean,
who isn't in
way
America?
To flip a guy like that. They probably were like, I'll give you $100 to come say this and testify. He probably would do it. And he just said all this shit. He did this. I did this for him. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, but they say at the trial it was so... They might not have even had needed to use him, like... Or not. Never mind, because that was a fucking leftist person saying this. They're like, he was so guilty, they didn't even need to bring Michael Cohen out. But that's such bullshit, dude.
I would have loved to see Trump in that situation. Him just sitting there with his arms on the desk like this.
No, he's... I mean, he dug him. He knew what he was doing. He knew this is the type of shit that was going to happen.
Well, now his security's going to be... He has to have security. I mean, did you see him at NASCAR the other weekend?
No.
His security was crazy. But
I bet you can't even get. Yeah,
no,
you
but
can't.
Now he's gonna have to like double it because it's like now if they don't get, they're gonna have to kill him.
Dude, it's
That's
scary.
The next step.
Yeah.
Killing him. That's the only way.
Yeah,
They will kill him if he makes it to presidency or even looks like he has a possibility. They'll kill him.
Can I make a prediction?
He's gonna be dead.
There's gonna be another riot.
Yeah.
There'll be another riot before the elections come,
Yes,
like in November,
absolutely.
like probably in like August. He'll start coming up, July.
They might kill him. I think they might kill him.
So is this just like the warm ups?
Well, this is what happens every 4 years. This is every election cycle. There's always a riot. It's like, where was this 2 years ago? Like they were getting ready for the next one.
Choreograph all this, dude.
Yeah, it's not just organically happening where the people are pissed. It's like this is like obviously getting orchestrated by higher ups who are funneling money down.
Do you think one of the Palestine protesters at the colleges gets killed and everybody just goes nuts about it?
No, we talked about this, right? It was like there's a bunch of people like, okay, Soros is like the main guy. He gives money to these people that are like able to like start riots. Like they're like professional rioters. They're professional rioters. I think there's like a small protest on the campus. They pay these rioters to go into the protests, and they start aggravating them. They start getting them all rallied up, and they start actually destroying things. Start going to buildings, start vandalizing.
Yeah, but when one of them gets dead, and when one of them dies, that's when real riots will start.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about TC that I'm so thankful about. Haven't seen one thing on that. Like, our campus is so calm 24/7. Like,
there was a bunch of didn't like Steven Crowder? He used to go out to TCU and do the Change My Mind stuff.
He might have. I mean, dude, I swear, like, TCU's campus is probably I'd say top 5 most mellowest campus.
By the way, you were never a Crowder guy, weren't you, Jax? I remember you saying that in like 18. You're like, fucking Crowder.
Was Steven Crowder like, what's a woman?
He was like, he said like he would be like, there's 2 genders, change my mind, and then they would have like somebody come up to him.
I never watched him.
It was when he was on Rogan though. That's the shit that
the weed stuff.
Yeah, ridiculous. Rogan just tore him apart, and then he started calling Rogan a bully and shit. And Rogan's like, dude, what are you a pussy? Like, what?
Dude, he's going through a rough one right now.
Who?
Crowder.
What's happening?
Like he's got divorced, and like this whole thing is like the marriage stuff.
Didn't he cheat on his wife or something?
I hope not.
Probably.
I mean,
I don't pay attention.
Fucking Steven Crowder. I haven't watched him in a couple years.
He was asking for so much money because like whoever he was with, he was gonna go be with somebody else, like his contract was up or some shit, and he was just asking for ridiculous amounts of money, and nobody would pay him. Like he thought he was worth so much money.
Right.
Even Valuetainment was gonna get him, and then they were just like, dude, fuck that. Or no, he was gonna sign with Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro.
Really?
They offered him a ton of money, and what's his name? Steven Crowder still said no, and then everybody was just like, dude, fuck this.
He overplayed his hand.
$100 million.
Dude, he Dennis Schroeder'd it.
Yeah, he did.
He Dennis Schroeder'd it. You remember what happened to Dennis Schroeder?
What did he ask for from the? It was
Dennis Schroeder almost damn near wanted a max. They offered him 4 years, $84 million. He turned it down. He's like, I want more fucking money.
Million.
Yeah, he got the league minimum the following year because he plays so shitty.
Yeah, they were gonna give him $20 million a year.
I mean,
he got screwed. Dennis Schroeder got $20 million. He lost $20 million.
I would if my agent told me to say no to that, I don't know what I would do. I mean, that's the 100%
4 years.
You're getting fired.
What you're paying? 84,
he redeemed himself. He had a good year on the Lakers.
What are you paying him though for 84? What is he giving you a night? 6, 2, and 1.
No, dude. Schroeder was like 6 man of the year. Schroeder will give you he'll come off the bench and give you 15 and 5
a night.
Yeah, and he's explosive.
Not a night.
He's like a spark plug. He's like a Jordan Clarkson. You put him on the court, and you get 10 points in 5 minutes. Like he can take over a game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like 5 threes.
Yeah, he's solid, dude. Another European guy.
Do you hate the Europeans? Can we dig into that real quick?
Yeah, let's get into it. I'm willing to defend it.
I don't understand.
I appreciate the game that the Europeans have brought over, make it more skilled, but do I want them being the main guys in the NBA? No, I'm not rooting for it. I don't want it.
But why would you? What do you have?
It's racism at the end of the day.
It's okay. Let's relax. Let's.
I would call it more nationalism.
But like you see a guy like Luka, who you're a LeBron guy. The only reason why
biggest LeBron guy.
He's not a LeBron guy. He's a Karl Marx guy.
Oh my God,
Marxism.
Dude, I'm not. I'm not a communist.
Well, for LeBron you are, but the only reason why LeBron has it.
Roy Casagrande
4 greens. It's because of Kyrie. So you see.
Wait, what? What did you just try to sneak behind us right there? What did you just say? You won a championship because of Kyrie?
He said all 4 of them are because of Kyrie.
No. I said the only reason why, because if he didn't have Kyrie, he would have 2 or 3. Because the bubble ring is still suspicious to me.
Nah, the bubble ring's bullshit.
Bubble ring's bullshit.
If Kawhi would have won it, you'd been like, Kawhi's so fucking good.
Kawhi's the worst. Kawhi's the worst superstar of all time.
If he would have won the bubble ring, you would be like, Kawhi Leonard is a top 10 player.
I don't say the Dodgers rings is a real ring.
I think it is.
Why?
Because anyone else could have won that year and they won.
Yeah, but it still would have been like it's not real. It's still a bubble ring.
It's only because it's LeBron. If it was Kawhi Leonard, the city of LA would be like, Kawhi Leonard, 3 teams, 3 championships, unbelievable.
If the
fucking top 15 guy.
If the Bucks didn't win when they won and won it in the bubble, I would have still said Giannis, it's not a real ring.
LeBron's the only guy who gets discredited for winning a championship. Okay. What do you want him to do?
Hold on.
It's a bubble ring.
So he should have lost in the first round. He shouldn't even showed up.
Basically.
That's fuck you.
If you see, so Kyrie's in the backcourt with him.
All right.
LeBron has to give Kyrie so much credit for what he did in Cleveland.
Yeah, they were a two-headed monster.
So why would you hate a team like the Mavs? Like you see, I guess
talking about Euros here, not Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy Kyrie turned it around.
I
like Luka. I just don't want a European winning every year. Like the top 5 guys in the league right now are Europeans.
Because they're good.
I know they're really
good. They play
good.
fives.
They're fun.
They don't play ones. They play fives.
The game has been catered to the European game. It is becoming more Eurocentric. All right, it is not how the NBA used to be. It's less physical. There's less hand defense, more space, better shot.
I wouldn't say Jokic isn't physical.
What?
I would not say Jokic is not physical.
What do you mean he's not physical?
No, I wouldn't say he isn't. I would say he is.
The game though, he's like, there's a lot of space. Like he can just kind of dribble around, get to his spots.
It's always been a space game.
I think that's the reason he's so good.
It's changed drastically.
I think that's why he's so good because he finds space.
It's always been all about space.
It changed drastically. Like it used to be compacted. I mean, let's think about the 1950s. Everything was 2 feet in, but like it's evolved. It's evolved to the point where it's to the 3-point line. Like it was really compacted. You've watched 1980s basketball. It's all mid-range jump shots. It is all under the rim.
Yeah, because you had the GOAT Larry just pulling up.
My entire life, any coach, NBA, college, my entire life, it could be from past interviews, anything, they all talk about spacing. All of them talk about spacing.
Spacing wins championship in any sports.
So the hand check rule was a big deal when they got rid of that.
Dumb.
They got rid of that. I think they did some shit in the 90s where nobody could make a 3, so they put the 3-point line closer to the basket, and that's where Jordan shot like fucking 38% that year. That's a big deal for them. But like 2005, like when we were growing up, Jackson, that was like the slowest pace of basketball you would ever see. Like it is just like the possessions they get now compared to like the game in 2005. Like the Phoenix Suns, you remember the Phoenix Suns, Mike D'Antoni, Sotomayor, Nash? It was like the fastest 7-second offense. They would be dead last in the league and the amount of possessions they had.
Pick and roll every time.
Yeah, they would be dead last, but it was
what year was this?
Like it was like from 2004 to like 2010. They
never watched it.
You're probably 2 years old.
You never watched it either.
I watched, yeah.
Dude, I remember Stoudemire.
I remember D'Antoni, Stoudemire, Nash.
When you were 4 years old.
Stoudemire and Nash.
Yeah, I started playing basketball like 6.
Dude, me and Joseph used to play like we were Stoudemire and Nash.
Dude, yeah.
Running pick and rolls just by ourselves.
Like the game is just so different, and the people that are the faces of the game, I like it when there's an American guy involved. It's always been an American guy, and there's really no American guy right now. It may be Tatum, but Tatum's a top 7 guy.
Okay, I still argue that Jason Tatum is the most overrated player in the league.
I mean,
when I watch Jason Tatum,
he's really good.
I'm not saying he's not bad.
Yeah, he's not Donich. That's what he's not him.
When you watch Jason Tatum
he's
play,
a second-tier player from those guys.
He is the last guy that brings views out of the superstar category, and
he doesn't bring any views.
He's a fringe superstar guy. Fringe, like he's like, it's probably him, and then the next guy would be like maybe like fucking Zion.
No, it'd be Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he's got to get out of there.
Don't give Kawhi their credit. Like
I won't get. Dude, he's the worst superstar of all time.
He's basically.
He doesn't play.
I mean, basically, if he goes to the finals next year, he just did what Kyrie's done.
But if you
playing less games,
if you listen to anybody who's ever played with Kawhi or played against him, they especially like, I was listening to DeMar DeRozan say this. There's a rookie on the Bulls that was supposed to be guarding Kawhi when they were playing him, and DeMar was like, dude, don't get frustrated. Kawhi is going to get to his spots. You just have to hope he misses. Like, he is going to get to his spots. And they just say how fucking strong Kawhi Leonard is and how his hands are so
He's a brick
big.
shit house.
He's called the claw.
He can dribble the ball and go through the lane and just put the ball like that through the lane.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jordan a little bit.
Knocked out. Like, he just knows he's going to keep that ball. He's just so strong. He's going to get to his spots.
Yeah, okay.
But he's a boring player. Like, no one.
Okay, that's a bullshit thing to say. Tim Duncan was a boring player.
That's why nobody talks about him anymore.
Well, he does it to himself. He just doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be in the spotlight.
I think that's so fair, though.
I love it.
I love
That's
it.
why he was the best. He got in. He got out.
All those Spurs guys were.
Ginobili, Parker.
All those guys.
Kawhi's just God. He was so good in Toronto, and what he was doing in San Antonio before he got hurt. That was a weird injury. How he just left after in the playoffs, but truly it hurts him. The next year he plays 9 games, and it wasn't like a season-ending injury. The guy just kind of missed games because Uncle Dennis was getting him ready for the next fucking free agency. I don't know. Hey, that's another cool thing too. His agent is his uncle.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Imagine having someone in your family hey, representing you.
I wouldn't like that.
But that's Kawhi.
I know, dude. He's that good. But he's definitely got to get fault. I mean, God damn it. I mean, if you can't play in the game, you can't be
Stephen A.
the
said
guy.
that it was actually the first time I agreed with Stephen A. I saw him this morning when I was eating breakfast. I'm like,
you're watching ESPN?
I was eating breakfast. Cowherd wasn't on yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Cowherd wasn't 9 yet.
I have a hard time listening to any sports guys besides Cowherd. Don't know why. But
I like Nick Wright.
Nick Wright's all right.
Jackson,
I'll
do
give
you
him
like
his
Nick
flowers.
Wright? I bet you don't like Nick Wright. You do?
Let me.
I don't listen to any of them though.
I like Nick Wright, but Cowherd's show at 9, I already listened to all of his information, and it's mostly the same thing with a different spin. So I don't feel like turning on if I'm practicing or something turning on the radio. I don't want to hear Nick Wright talk.
Yeah. Cowherd's a goat. All right. I was listening to his volume podcast, and he was talking about the Trump indictments.
Does he do it with Wright?
He does it sometimes. He'll come on and just they'll talk for an hour about the game. He was talking about Trump. Colin Cowherd was on his podcast.
Oh, yeah. He talked about him on the show.
He's just the America that Trump says is happening. I don't see it. I think he's spouting out propaganda. I think he's depicting an image of America that's not real. No, it was his own podcast. He can say what the hell he wants.
Yeah, but it looks bad for Fox, though.
Yeah, but I actually think he believes that. I don't think he would. Why would he even talk about it if he didn't have to?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
He's giving his opinion on it. I think Nick Wright, I think they do lean more there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he gave it, he did give his reasoning. He had a reason for it. It wasn't just oh, he's a fucking racist. No, he's I think the stuff he says, it's not actually real. It's not reality.
See, that's the other thing. Who were we talking about earlier? Casa Grande?
It doesn't matter.
Casa Grande.
Cowherd's a very well-spoken guy.
Oh, okay.
But he spews a lot of bullshit.
You talk 3 hours for 5 days a week. You're going to say something that's wrong.
But the only reason why I like him is because I just feel like when he's talking, when I'm just hearing sports on the radio, when I'm eating breakfast or something, it's not like Pat McAfee show's kind of childish.
I like McAfee.
No, I like him.
It's not the
It's a little
it's not smart.
It's almost like when I turn on Cowherd, I know exactly it's like.
You're going to get a well thought out analysis of how he thinks.
And I might get a guy like Mark Sanchez that will come on and talk ball for about 30 minutes at the end. And I enjoy that.
I like the guests he has on. I like Rick Bucher that comes on. He's great.
He had a guy on, he won the Super Bowl twice, DB for the Patriots.
Logan Ryan.
Yeah,
he just came on last week.
I really liked I thought that guy was unbelievable.
No, there's not a guy better than Colin Cowherd, but I'm saying he can have it. He had an opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
So is he an idiot?
I'm not going to look to Colin for political. He's a sports guy. He's not a politician.
It's a blurred line. You see Stephen A. Smith on Fox News.
Stephen A's
listen to him either.
But those guys are. It's like they're kind of inching that way.
I like to listen to after is Unk and Ocho.
I do like that one. Have you seen those, Jackson, with Ocho Cinco?
Sometimes
I think those are classic.
Yeah, it's so funny when they're talking about they were talking about fucking a girl and or I think it was Shanny's I make him shit.
I saw it. That was wild. I was just dude, what did you just say?
That'd be Unk.
That's going on air tonight. That's live. You just said that you made a girl poop online. That's wild.
No, that's not as wild as the Tom Aspinall thing.
Oh my God,
what?
The Tom Aspinall. He's a heavyweight for the UFC. He's getting an interview. You say it was the most. It's still
I'll have to show you the video after. But
is it that outlandish?
From this girl, and he's getting ready to fight for the belt, and he goes, "Have you ever been fingered before by an MMA fighter?" And she's like, "Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?" And he's like, "Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter?" And she goes, "Fingered?"
That caught me off guard so bad.
Are we talking about the same thing? And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No. I have not ever been fingered by."
It was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing I've ever heard about.
And she just could not believe it. They're having a normal, she's interviewing him about the fight and shit, and he just says this out.
You ever been fingered?
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. When I called
I'll
him.
have to show you the video.
I was like,
those guys are so unpredictable. You don't know what they're gonna say.
No, but that's so out of left field. I've never seen something like that.
that is so far out.
Do you think he's trolling? Like, why the fuck would he say that?
No,
I
think he's just. I don't know.
His brain's
It didn't
mush.
seem like he was trolling. Yeah, but the funniest
Just
interview
randomly
of all
curious.
time is the McGregor and Nate Diaz.
Nate can't count to 5.
Yeah, that's the funniest shit I've
Dude,
ever
Nate
seen in
does
my life.
sound. Dude, that guy's been fighting forever. He can barely talk. It seems like.
Yeah, he's got CTE. He's got CTE.
Oh, for sure.
How come there's never been like a UFC like Mike Webster? You know the movie Concussion,
Oh, there has.
or Mike Webster's in his car
There's been
after.
guys who
it's right
killed
here.
themselves.
Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before?
Fingered?
Yeah, fingered.
No.
What would it take?
To finger me?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about the same thing?
It's just so far out of left field.
No, but it goes even.
Does he get
more.
fined? It's UFC.
No, but
it
it
doesn't
goes even
fucking
more
matter.
after she starts laughing. She's like, no, I have not.
No, I get scared. I'm like, why are you asking me
Yeah.
this? Are you
That's
gonna,
a 200.
are you gonna attack me?
That's a 200. What is he? 65? Where does he fight at?
260, like 260.
He's 260.
He's
Oh
big
fuck
motherfucker.
He's like
that.
6'4", 260.
Oh my
6'5",
god,
260.
that's a scary one for her.
Oh yeah, and he's so fast. He is so fast.
I don't know. She also has done a lot of interviews with Sean Strickland, so she's probably used to that.
You
But,
gotta you gotta give those reporters some like props because I mean those guys are so unpredictable and you got to talk to them after a fight. Like who knows what the fuck they're
No,
gonna
most
say.
of them are fine, but that was just weird.
that was just one that just an example.
Do you remember
of just,
the Aaron Andrews interview with Sherman and he's like yelling into the mic?
Oh yeah,
And he's
about
like talking to the
Crabtree.
camera.
Sorry,
About
Yeah, he's like
Crabtree.
why are you so mad at Crabtree? He's like, cause he's sorry. It's just
He
yell.
wants sorry ass motherfucker.
Fucking A. Oh my god. I don't even know how I would respond to that. Like, okay, thanks, Sherman. Thanks, Richard.
Well, thank you, Richard.
Yeah, thanks, Richard. Just insightful words as always.
Back to you guys.
Jesus, dude. That's probably got to be the worst job. Sideline reporter?
No, I've talked to some of the girls in my class, dude. They love that's like all they want to do. Like it's so hard to get into that position, but like
You have to know.
they
something.
love it.
It's more of a girl position, right? I mean, you see a lot more
I would-
girls reporters on the side.
Because I think it brings it's for like viewership mostly.
Right.
But like I mean, dude, I have never seen Aaron Andrews give a bad interview walking off.
Wasn't she?
Aaron Andrews one of the best ones.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's
I
up
love her.
there.
I've always loved her.
Wasn't she the one who got leaked? Her nudes got leaked.
No,
Doris Burke, great.
I like Doris.
Doris,
I like she goes on the Herd.
Joy Taylor.
Not Joy Taylor. Fuck. She's a ginger. She's been fuck. Stone. Something Stone.
Emma.
No, whatever.
Actor.
It's fine. It's fine. Fuck it. Well, I'll think of it later. But yeah, she's really good. They got some good sports personalities there.
They have one though that it's on ESPN. I just cannot stand.
Malika Andrews.
No, I like Malika Andrews. Oh my God, it's
Jamel Hill.
no. I gotta look this up. Every time I see her, I just cannot. Let's see, ESPN sideline.
You gonna golf tomorrow, Jax?
I don't know.
Absolutely
Maybe later.
not.
Oh yeah, Saka. You want to get into that a little bit?
Not in the morning because the morning's just so crowded.
Yeah.
I mean,
Today.
hold on, let me see.
We'd have to go at like 6:30. I went up there today at like 6:45, and there was a tournament today. And I
Shelly
had to walk.
Smith. Shelly Smith. I'm sorry.
Ah.
That's out of all of them. That one just grinds my gears.
I never see Shelly Smith. She's like, I maybe see her on ESPN like 5 times a year. Never see her. All right, let's give our predictions. Who do you think is going to win the finals?
Probably the Celtics.
I mean-
I'd say, but I mean, Mavericks. It's the finals. I mean,
Luka can give 40 any night.
any team can win. I mean, obviously everybody's gonna say the Celtics. They're favored like by like minus 250.
Okay, do you think they win in like 6, or do you think they win convincingly 5-4?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. Anybody can. I think both teams can win. I think Luka could get his first, but the Celtics have been there every single year. It might be their year to get one. It's hard to say.
Give it to me, Sock. What do you think?
Mavs in 7.
Mavs in 7. Okay.
One of them. It's either gonna be Celtics.
I think Celtics.
I don't see this series being. I think this series is going to be a grind. But see, the thing, Luka's knee is hurt. It's
Yeah, everyone's hurt. It's the finals.
They're playing basketball. I don't understand how you can get hurt.
You're running. You're twisting. When you're jumping in the air.
It's the softest sport in the world.
It's definitely not.
100%. For a team sport, it's the softest sport.
Definitely not,
You
dude.
watch soccer, Giancarlo.
It's definitely not the softest sport.
They flop just as much.
What is cricket?
I guess that's a base. No one says baseball's like a physical sport.
I mean, getting fucking beamed with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball to the dome would hurt.
Yeah.
That's got to kill you. I mean, imagine being a pitcher and having a fucking line
Laser
drive go right at you.
Yeah, that can't be fun. I actually watched a TikTok compilation on that. That can't be fun.
I mean, I don't get how you don't die from that. I saw a video of Randy Johnson getting domed to the head and then just like picking up the ball and throwing him out.
How much like a baseball has to go to like severely? Because we were talking about the golf ball incident the other day.
Oh, I didn't say baseball. I said the golf ball. Yeah,
I feel like the golf ball would hurt more.
No.
Like it would have
No.
to go.
It's a golf.
It's a golf ball,
But it's smaller, so it's like
Yeah,
concentrated
but a
more.
baseball has way more mass behind it. Dude, a baseball hurts, dog.
It's hollow though. A baseball's like kind of
No,
hollow.
it's not. Dude, those are solid.
It's solid
You never
through.
felt a baseball?
I feel a baseball. It's like it feels
looks
kind of
like
hollow.
this.
It's like
solid.
that's like a golf ball.
Dude, but a golf ball is
Like I feel
so
like you can
small.
squeeze a golf ball or a baseball a
Not
little bit.
really.
Not really. You can squeeze the laces on it.
Yeah.
You must not have held a baseball.
Long, yeah.
I would rather get beamed by a golf ball in the chest going 180 miles
No,
per hour
no.
than a baseball going 80 miles per hour.
Give
No,
me the baseball.
Give me the baseball.
I'm getting beamed in the
Give me
baseball.
the baseball.
No shot.
Dude, if it's smaller, it hurts more.
No, it doesn't. It has no mass behind it, Joseph.
Dude, I
It's just
think.
basic physics.
Oh my god, if someone's hitting a fucking golf ball at me full swing, or someone had a baseball and is just gonna throw it right at my chest, I'm taking the chest.
A
What they
90
throw.
mile per hour baseball.
The golf ball would hurt. Like what?
They'd both hurt.
I think no, but I think if I had to pick one, I think I'm taking the baseball. I'm getting domed in the chest.
I'd have to.
I think the
just
base.
thinking-
I
I
think
just
the
don't
go-
want to be in that
Just
position.
I
basic
feel like golf ball would
physics.
like rupture my heart. Like I would just drop dead.
You think that,
You'd think that.
but it's not
I've
true.
I've seen multiple people get hit by a golf ball on the golf course. There's
Nothing.
Nothing, not even a mark.
Oh, we've seen. We have seen somebody get hit with a golf ball.
Yeah, well, I was at Pebble Beach and somebody on 7's tee box, we were on 8, hooked one down and hit Bautista right in the leg.
Dude, a fucking paintball leaves a mark bigger than a golf ball.
That would hurt.
Yeah,
Paintball would suck.
Have you never been paintballing?
I went once, but I was like the guy in the fucking tent hiding.
Soft.
I know. I never went.
Coward.
No, I didn't actually. It wasn't paintballing. It was airsoft.
I think airsoft's the stupidest shit on this planet.
There's guys who get fucking really decked out for that. They actually think they're going to war.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to have one of those guys on just talking about like just getting fucking shot.
Paintballer.
Oh my god, I watch those paintball videos and I just feel like if I ever have a son, please don't be that.
Dude, it looks fun.
I don't want a
Watching
paintball
it looks
son.
fun. That, I mean,
Because they go all out, dude. They're like special forces.
That's what I
guys and
mean.
shit.
like those guys, like where I was, like they were shooting their guns like under the tent, like it was
And it's
bouncing,
just nonstop.
ricocheting
It's
into
just
my
always coming.
ankle. Like it would just like they knew how to aim perfectly into me. And like they're professionals.
If I want to go shoot a gun, I'm gonna shoot a real gun.
True, but you can't shoot somebody. Like you can just fucking
Bullet
light people up
costs
with a
50
BB gun.
pop.
Oh,
Bullet you shoot 50 cent, 50 cent, 50 cent, 50 cent, 50 cent.
fuck. I'm gonna give my finals prediction.
I got Mavs in 7. Give me something good.
I think Boston wins in 5.
I could see that too.
I think
Like
Dallas is the
Do you
young
think
team.
Joseph was going to say Dallas?
no, he hates Europeans.
I don't hate Europeans. I just want more American faces as the guys in the NBA.
It's their fault. Why is it? It's their fault.
Well, it's just what happens
Guess
when
they're
you, when you
cancelable.
open it up. I mean, this has been 30 years in the process since the Dream
Has
Team. That
AAU
kind of opened up
ruined
the game
American
to everybody.
basketball?
They're just better. Europeans. when
They
they're
caught up.
kids,
Yeah.
They teach them the fundamentals of the game. These basketball players now, all they care about is
Ones.
shooting a 3-pointer and just that's it. They don't care about any other fundamentals.
So you think the culture of basketball in America is
It's way
flawed?
different.
Or do
When
you
was the
think it's
last time-
wrong? Like
When was the
way
last
they
time
It's
you watched an
different.
AAU
Completely
game,
different.
Joseph, and just went, wow, that team has great.
Well, first
ball
off, I've
movement.
never watched an AAU game.
You've seen the clips on, like,
Yeah, it's just like
You got one guy who's amazing and he'll drop 40 and everybody else drops 5 or 10.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't see a lot of. I mean, the European game's way different, and yeah, they're way more
they're
skilled.
also not a pay-to-play. In America, it's pay-to-play. In Europe, it's not a pay-to-play.
I mean, when you're a professional at 14 years old, like Luka was, like you're playing with grown-ass men.
Wembanyama's 16 years old, just balling out.
Yeah, he's gonna be the face of the league soon. Let's just
I
get
don't
ready for
want- I just-
I
Wembanyama.
don't think he's like him. No, he's
He's not likable enough.
Yeah.
I think he's really likable.
What is markable about Wembanyama?
No,
He's
he's
an
likable.
alien?
He's a nice guy.
He's a fucking.
Yeah, no,
alien.
I know. I say like
He's got. I think he's got a good
I know
head.
What you mean, but Luka's really like. No, Luka's got more like
Like Luka, he talks shit. Like he gets in their face. Like every playoff, you see a new clip of Luka looking like this.
I look at Wembanyama like a Jason
He's a competitor.
Tatum. Like they're just not.
They're not game changers.
Yeah, but I think Wembanyama was like
No,
25 and
it's
he's
not that they're
blocking
not
8 a game in the finals.
It's just like nobody. I guess actually, yeah, people would just have Wembanyama on a commercial just because he's 7 feet tall.
Like no one's ever seen a guy like that.
Yeah.
Like he is just different.
Like you're not getting Jason Tatum on a commercial.
He's got he's on the chips. He's on some fucking chips. Some like the
Wembanyama
Buffalo.
Probably.
It's like him and Charles Barkley and LeBron. That's like the only commercial I've seen him in. Maybe Under Armour. Some Under Armour fucking
Rookie
commercial.
of the year thing that the Fanatics did was badass.
What was that?
I posted on my story. It was like Fanatics did this thing and had Wembanyama come in and like he didn't know why he was there. He thought he was there for like a photo shoot or something. But then they like set up this exhibit for him and it was all the rookies of the year, like the best rookies of the year over the last couple decades, and like it would be a picture of them and they would do like an AI of them talking to Wembanyama and everybody recorded like a voice recording for them. It was badass.
Really?
Very cool.
They're like what, giving
like
him
KD
advice?
was rookie of the year, right?
Yes.
KD, LeBron.
Yeah, he was.
He
07.
'cause he was on there.
Yeah.
There was like a bunch of guys and they're like just like KD's like.
No,
"What's
LeBron
up?"
didn't win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he
right?
did.
I
Yes,
thought
he
Carmelo
did.
won it.
No, I mean you
what's-
could argue he should have, but
He's like,
LeBron
"What's
did.
up, Wemby?" Like all of them, like, "What's up, Wemby? Love to see. Can't wait to see what you do in this league." Blah 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 blah. It was like a bunch of them. It was badass. He almost started crying.
Dude, he's a stud. He's gonna be really good. He's just getting started. But you know what? We were asking this. Who would you get drunk with?
In the NBA?
I would get drunk with Luka Doncic. I think that guy
Absolutely.
guzzles beers.
Him or
Tiger Woods.
Jokic.
Nah, JT and Spieth.
I think Luka Doncic
Yeah.
would sit down with us.
JT and
I think Luka Doncic right now would sit down and have 10 beers each. Like he would just sit down and talk.
Yeah,
Like,
for
I think he's
sure.
a guy that actually likes to just sip a beer. Maybe chug a beer.
Did you see the VP
Michael
of-
Finley.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
It's an image thing.
Well,
He's
Luka's been
hit-
drinking since he's 12 years old.
I know, but
The guy was.
I think they've been on his ass about
His
like his
dad-
dieting and his like lifestyle because he gets big. Like he's kind of is a little doughy.
Yeah, and it helped him versus
Yeah,
Nas
but
Reed
word.
when he squares up. He had the muscle. He had the body mass.
right.
Like, what is a guy like? Dude, he goes home and has 4 or 5 beers. So
I think the
what?
guy's going home and drinking 12.
No,
I think he'll have
no.
those nights. I think he got drunk, really drunk
He's
after
not
the
drinking
game.
12 beers.
He's
If
not
he wants to
drinking
get that fucked up, he's just gonna start drinking alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, he's just some fucking Slovenian, just having a beer, just enjoying it.
Yeah, if there's one guy in the NBA that I would have a beer with, definitely.
I think Luka. I will give that to him. Yeah, I love that. I love that part
they
about him.
still have to be in the NBA.
Yeah, they got to be in the NBA. Obviously, it'd be like Charles Barkley. Would be cool to
No, I
drink
would have
with.
said like JR.
J.R. Smith.
Well, that'd be different.
That's JR.
That would lead to something else. I'm
Yeah.
talking about just straight drinking.
Not like I'd want to go gamble with them.
I would love to do a boys trip with JT and Spieth though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Who
Like
wouldn't?
that out of all the sports, like that would be.
I would
Couldn't do
love
that.
to talk to Kobe.
Well, Kobe passed away, Joe.
I
so
know.
I don't know why you have to remind.
I
all
think
the
he'd be
viewers.
really cool to talk to. I think he would be really
I don't
cool.
know why you have to remind the 12 viewers that we have that Kobe.
Fuck you. I think, dude. I think if I talk to Kobe, I don't even think we talk about basketball.
Podcast equipment is just way too cheap.
Wait, you sound like you sound like one of our commenters.
Yeah, it's my ghost account that I comment on.
Was that you, bitch?
No, it actually wasn't.
No,
me.
that probably was a real person.
That was definitely a real person.
It's honestly not that cheap. It's probably. I mean, you gotta put a couple hundos
Too
into it.
cheap. Yeah, that's too cheap. It should be a couple thousand.
Why?
Because
Look at
like
the
us.
look at the people that have podcasts.
Yeah.
Why are you selling us short right now?
I'm just messing.
We're just,
Why are you goofing with me right now?
Because you talk about Roy Casagrande and shit like he's fucking Christ, and you join us.
I literally was saying something that I disagreed with. It sounded
but
funny, and then
that's
you
besides
jumped
the
on
point.
me because I listened
That's
to the
besides
guy.
the point. But the true thing that I actually want to talk to you about was
Good.
up in like not the Hollywood Hills, up in like what's it like the Inland Empire, like
Yeah.
more east, up in the hills.
Like
over
closer to
there.
San Bernardino.
Yeah, like up in the hills over there. Peter Zihon had actually just bought a ranch to have a colt there.
Oh
I
my
was wondering
God,
if you wanted
dude.
to go check it out.
I think
One
Peter
of those.
Zehan's good. I like the guy. I don't know. It's I think he gives good points. I think we're going to be in a more polarizing world. I think there's going to be a lot more regional conflicts, and I think that's why we started the discussion to bring everything in shop.
He came to Giancarlo's school.
I know. We talked about this, and he thought he was an idiot. He clocked out.
Did you just Tiger Woods that Zen?
Did you,
He just Tiger Woods to Zen.
what do you mean?
Tiger Woods on a
What are you talking about? What are you?
Tiger Woods in a tournament one time had a thing of Zens in his bag, and he knows there's cameras around, but like this is just when he's warming up. He goes to his bag, like you can't really see what he's opening, and he gets it, and he just goes like this. Like looks around and he goes. It acts like he didn't put anything in his mouth and it was his in.
Why are you hiding it?
For the viewers.
For the viewers, Jesus. Dude, I'm gonna defend Peter Zehan again. I'm gonna defend Peter Zehan. I think he gives a pro-American message that sounds promising, and it sounds.
Joseph, I listened to 20 minutes of that guy, and I just said, "Okay, ChatGPT, fill this out for me." And
too complex. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't want to listen. Shut the fuck up, Sacco.
Why do you think Rogan's never had the guy on again?
He did have him on, and he was like
One
freaked
time.
out. He has a bunch of people on one time.
Yeah, but he has guys on multiple. Dave Smith.
Well, I don't know. It was only a year ago. Give him a couple months. Maybe he might come on again.
I think it was more than that.
It was right when the book came out. Yeah, it was like 23, beginning of 23. It came on. But the Duncan Trussell one just came out. I recommend watching that. That's probably my favorite Rogan guest is Duncan Trussell.
Who is
Really?
Who is Duncan Trussell?
My favorite. He's a comedian.
Just imagine what a wizard would look like. That's Duncan Trussell.
That's so true. He's bald now. He's just got a full-on beard.
Did you see what they were wearing?
The fucking
The mask and
this
shit.
guy?
Yeah.
I don't find him.
He's really good. Midnight Gospel on Netflix. But I mean,
No, I don't find him funny as stand-up at all. But
I think the shit they talk about is wild.
Yeah, that one wasn't as great as the other ones, but it was alright.
It was one of his worst ones they've done, but it's still entertaining. Whatever. They
Still
went
one of the
3 hours.
best Joe Rogan podcasts was with Sean Strickland. If you've ever watched that one,
That was weird. Yeah.
that one was the most insane 2 hours I've ever listened to in my
Really,
life.
what were they talking about?
Sean Strickland was just talking about how he wants to kill somebody and shit. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Is that wild?
If you got to hear it from his point of view, it was. I thought it was a good podcast because I'm a Sean Strickland guy. I like the way he fights.
Shika show. Nah, but
I'm
like
not
if you want to go down the goddamn rabbit hole, you listen to Duncan Trussell. I'll show you a good one.
You're a rabbit. I've never been a rabbit hole guy in my life.
Because you don't want to open your mind to shit.
It's not open my mind to shit, but when I lay down at night, I just want to turn on South Park, play Monopoly.
That's basically they make fun of society. They basically are making fun of the things that are going on, but they do it in a comedic way. You actually have a conversation with them, like, why did you do this?
Yeah,
they probably take you down the rabbit hole a little bit. Did you watch the newest one, the Lizzo one?
It was horrible.
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought that was the worst South Park episode I've ever watched.
I think the premise of it is hilarious. Like, hey, Lizzo.
It was like funny the premise, but it was not.
Like, dude, they should have made Cartman skinny for like the Ozempic should have worked.
That would have been so funny.
The Ozempic should have worked.
Oh, you think he should have been skinny?
Yes, dude. Because I just want to see Cartman skinny so they can't pick on him for being fat.
By the way, do they only?
No, they did show him at one point.
Yeah, I think he did get skinny.
It was a fever. It was a fever dream.
It was fake.
You don't think the Randy shit was funny? I think Randy's always the best guy on that show.
Well, Randy's OnlyFans is still probably the greatest episode.
He's wearing a crop top with all the girls.
Yeah,
they're gonna go Ozempic parties.
Oh my
He's
god!
like an actual
He's like, I feel great. Like I'm not hungover at all.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah, I'm not hungry. No, Sharon, I'm good. No, Sharon.
Are you on that stuff, Randy?
How could you even say that,
Maybe I just don't eat as much as you, Sharon.
Shelly?
Hey, by the way, is all they do now? Do they only do hour specials?
No.
It seems like
they do
they're
like 2 a year for Paramount Plus, but they still do.
They're renewed, I think, for like one more year. I'm pretty sure.
How long do you think those guys do it?
Huh?
How long do you think those guys do it for?
Do what?
Just keep doing the show.
As long as people will pay them.
Yeah.
You think so?
As
You don't
long-
think
I
they'll just
wouldn't
step
do-
away?
If
No.
people are gonna pay for it, it's so easy for them to make those.
I mean, dude, they
shows.
got Seinfeld money. They don't even need to do this shit
Yeah,
anymore.
but who cares? I mean,
They find it
probably
funny.
Yeah.
I still think seeing the videos behind the screen of them making
That's the best part.
when they do
The voices.
the
that guy does.
when they do the city walk part, that clip I'll never forget it. I watched it and they're doing the shitty walk.
Hey, what's the difference between Japan and China? That's a fucking
Dude.
fun.
That is probably one of the funniest episodes I think I've ever watched.
They should make that a show. Just see like the week to week how they make a show, how they do it, how they finish it. Because they make each show in a week when they're doing their schedule, like for like 20-minute episodes. Like they do it in a week.
I just love how every character is so
All right,
diverse.
but let's cut the shit. Are we going to Golden West after this?
Would you
Mark,
think
we're
about,
going to Golden West.
you think about gambling?
I knew he would be.
I'm so down.
You want to gamble?
Let's cut the shit. Are we going to Golden West?
I'm gonna fucking. Oh, I saw it, Mark.
Dude. I
Dude,
didn't tell you. I found a $1 Golden
What's going
West
on?
chip in my house today. And I sent it to Jcar. I go, this is a sign.
What's going
how's it
on?
going? What are we talking about? God damn it,
Golden West.
dude! I'm not trying to
I'm
gamble.
just trying to see.
I'm going to
wanna see
sit my
first
ass right
$100
here.
Ace King.
I'm gonna sit my
walking
ass
out.
right
I'm just
here.
trying to see some Ace King suited. Dude, honestly,
you lose money.
This is the bad part about where we're
I'm trying to
at
play poker.
for summer. The sports besides soccer that's on right now, the sports are horrible.
Yeah, we're gonna be in a dark period pretty soon in sports.
Like Champions League finals tomorrow.
It's the worst time of the year.
Basketball's done in 2 weeks.
If only baseball
Nobody cares about the Champions League tomorrow because of Dortmund.
Everybody cares about the Champions League.
Real Madrid's
I
gonna
No
swear-
one's watching
I swear-
it.
Joseph,
Everybody's
it will
watching
get
it.
more
What?
views in the Super Bowl.
Real Madrid's gonna win. And it's
That
not
the
even
Champions
funny.
League final will get more views in the Super Bowl tomorrow.
You think they rigged those games?
No.
Why?
It should be PSG versus Real Madrid.
Yeah. No. That I.
It would
How
be
do you know?
Because
You follow up on it?
I text him a lot about
I'll
because
do a little bit.
like when I bet, I think betting soccer is the funnest sport.
No,
to bet.
the reason it's not though is
Yeah,
because
there's-
the draw.
I think there's a million reasons why it's not fun to bet.
But the problem is, dude, you can bet.
Baseball's fun.
You can bet on a team to win. Like, say it'd be Real Madrid versus PSG, and say it was pretty like, say the odds were like pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a draw, then it goes to a shootout. Or they can't go to a shootout
No.
in those, huh?
No, for the Champions League final.
Yeah, it goes to
So,
overtime.
Tomorrow, because it's a knockout stage of football, it's 45-45.
I know, but they go to overtime.
Then 15-15.
I know, but like
and then
after it
penalty.
goes after the regulation time, it's counts as a draw. Like
So after 90 minutes is done.
It's like
No, but they
hockey.
keep playing, but like if it's but hockey you can still bet on the winner.
In overtime, is there like an additional 10 minutes they play? And
For
then
soccer?
Yeah.
15,
But
15 and 15.
But the thing
30
is
minutes.
though, once regulation time's over, your bet's done. It counts as a draw on the
Yeah.
bets.
why?
It's retarded.
That's just how the
You
game was
can
made.
also place bets
That's
where
a joke.
where draw is void, like but the odds pay worse.
Odds pay way worse.
Right. Oh, that's a fucking. Why would anybody do that?
Dude, it's the passion for. I don't think that's the
No,
thing.
but it's stupid
That's-
betting though because it's
dumb.
Yeah,
draws
but-
are so
dude,
common.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing: when I see Real Madrid come back and score 2 goals in 3
It's
minutes,
the craziest shit.
Where's Wrexham?
they're irrelevant. Who cares about Wrexham?
They're Champions League.
It's the only team I know.
See, like I don't understand. Like you want to talk about? I think that's why I'm fading away from basketball and baseball.
You've been
slowly.
fading away.
There's no passion.
Whenever you couldn't talk about OKC
There's
anymore,
no
you stopped
passion.
watching.
There's no passion in American
Whenever
sports.
Westbrook
Well,
stopped
that's just
playing good
because-
basketball.
okay, but that is
I was a child of
That's
basketball
not a-
divorce. I was.
That's not a basketball thing, or even MLS soccer. There's no passion really. It's a European thing because even when UFC goes over there, even when NFL goes over
Yeah.
overseas, they say how crazy the fans are, dude. The
The
fans are
chants are
singing.
insane.
It's just like, and that's what I love. Like watching the game and they're showing like Dortmund. There's a team in Germany that they're playing.
They'll
For,
fight. They'll
like
fight.
their stands, the yellow wall, or what they call it, they're waving flags
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
nuts.
game. They're lighting flares off. Like they're going and they genuinely care. Like this is like what they.
But it's
like,
not even about them caring about their team because when UFC went there to Paris and it was Cyril Gane versus Tuivasa, and Cyril Gane's from France, but still it's the main event. They're fighting. It literally a UFC fight, and they're beating the shit out of each other. And literally in the middle of the fight, they stopped and started because they hear them chanting so crazy, and they stopped and started laughing. Like Tuivasa was like, "Holy shit, dog!" And Cyril Gane just looks at him. He's like, "Dude, they're fucking nuts."
but that's why I like. That's why I also enjoy.
Yeah,
watching,
that is a cool part of it.
Like when I watch the NBA now, it's just like, do I have action on the game? No, don't care.
I have action. I can't watch it.
I can't. I literally cannot watch the NBA if I don't have. I can watch a Dodger game just because I'm a Dodger.
I'm the only
fan.
true sports fan here.
That's not.
I
true.
watch it for the love of the game.
I love
Watch
the
for the love of the
Eagles
game.
so much more than you love football. It's ridiculous. I love that team more than I love a lot of people in my life.
If you love the team, you would not be talking about them because you didn't hear they're leaving Philadelphia and they're changing the name.
No, that'd be great. That'd be the day.
If that'd be the day.
Hey,
That'd be the day I
get ready
pack
for
it
a
up.
Saquon disappointment.
You know what?
Gear up for that one. Get ready for a week 3 injury, and he's out for the year.
Dude, he's training with Jalen. Like,
Yeah.
it's dude.
Yeah, they're primed. They're ready to
Kellen
go.
Moore is
They're ready to go
gonna get that
9-8.
How much money-
Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore?
What are we betting?
Kellen
9-8.
Moore's awesome.
Let's
Okay,
go.
he's-
Let's do a wager.
He's okay.
Let's do a wager.
He's not the difference guy. He's not the guy on the Colts they lost 2 years
Better
ago.
than the other guy that was there last year.
We don't talk about him.
What are we betting?
I think Kellen Moore's one of the best OCs.
You said the Eagles are gonna go 9-8.
I'm-
I'll
what-
take the over on 11.
11.5?
11.
10.5.
So 10.5.
Yeah, it's 11. 11's a push.
No, not 11's a push.
No, we got to go half.
11.
Okay, we'll go
wins.
10.5.
11 wins.
Give me.
10 loses.
What does Vegas have it at? What does Bovada have it at?
Their division sucks.
Dude,
I'm just
11
saying,
wins.
something's gonna happen with the Eagles. They're not gonna win. They can't win with Hurts.
Yes, they can.
No,
What are
they
you
can't.
talking about?
They
He
can't.
had the second highest rated Super Bowl performance behind Nick Foles at 92.2 and Nick Foles was 92.3.
Did Nick Foles get back to the Super Bowl?
They fucking benched him. It's still the craziest. That whole debacle with.
It's not a debacle. It's what's expected. Whenever you play the Chiefs, it's expected. The dude's like 80% in games. He's down by 10. It's crazy.
I have never walked out of a stadium feeling that.
Yeah, it's 10.5.
Yeah, I'll take 10.5. Walking out of that Super Bowl when I was there, when I was still doing the Stallion Sports, when you wanted me to make a video, that was the most gut-wrenching feeling that I've ever. Because I just came off the TCU game.
Yeah, you're really high. You're really high on yourself.
Well, no, I just watched TCU get absolutely steamrolled by Georgia.
Yeah, well, my head's shaved. I will never forgive
the
TCU
greatest.
That was such bullshit.
The greatest bet I've ever made. He had to shave his head. I didn't get it.
Fucking John Harbaugh.
JJ McCarthy isn't good. Okay, back to this.
Dude, Sam Darnold's going to beat him out.
I hope so. I'm a big Darnold guy.
Darnold's going to beat him out.
I'm going to bet his under so hard.
Oh, they're getting rid of his ass.
15 or 1,600.
He might stop showing up to the games.
Yeah.
He might just sit out.
Nobody's going to be able to get him the ball. They'll just double him and he'll never get the ball.
Hey, I think, you know what? Darnold isn't bad, though. I think Darnold got shit. You know he's only 26? You know he's only 26?
Yeah, but he sucks.
Just same age as Bo Nix. He's been in the league for 5 years.
I think Darnold's he got.
I think he's good.
He got screwed. He got screwed.
It's a tough situation to go to New York. It's like going to the fucking Browns.
I want to agree with you on this, but I can't.
He's played in the league and
dude,
he sucks.
who did he throw to?
He went to Carolina. That's a bad situation.
Who is Sam Darnold thrown to in his career? Adam Thielen.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh my god.
Dude, no one. I don't think a lot of people. DJ Moore on the Panthers. They're just shitty teams, though. I don't know, but yeah, that fucking screwed me.
Bianca, Robert texted me.
Good to know.
I think that Sam Darnold has never had a fair shake in the NFL.
I would say that. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it depends on where you get drafted.
Sam Darnold sucks. He has not had a single playmaker on his team.
I'd take him over Jimmy Garoppolo.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Right now? You take Garoppolo right now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
He can't stay healthy.
I'm taking Darnold.
I'm taking Darnold too. I think Darnold's actually gonna have an okay year. I think he'll be decently. I
think Philadelphia is good. I swear this year. I say it every year, but I swear this year.
They're not going to do
it. If this is the year.
Dude, the Cowboys are probably gonna win.
Who have the Cowboys signed, Joseph?
It doesn't even matter.
Yes, it does matter. It does matter.
They get the nucleus of guys that are still there, and it's like they're just getting.
Who's the nucleus of guys?
Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb.
Micah Parsons is going to be an Eagles in 2 years.
Dak Prescott.
He's going to be on the Eagles in 2 years. Micah Parsons does not want to be a Cowboy.
Cowboys can't win.
Dude, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. They might win the division. I don't think the Eagles are going to be that good. I think they're getting overhyped. I think Saquon.
I don't know how you.
What does the team look like when Saquon goes down week 3? That's all I'm saying. It's like it's such
Swift?
Huh?
No, Swift is on the Bears.
Yeah, they got rid of him. Oh, dude, I like the Bears. They're gonna be on Hard Knocks.
I like Caleb, dude. I've said it.
That's gonna be a cool one.
Whatever Caleb does outside of football, he does outside of football. Whatever his antics are, the guys on Twitter can lose their mind because he paints his nails.
I wish you'd say that the same thing about LeBron.
Do I like that Caleb paints his nails? No, absolutely not.
I love it.
All I'm saying is that guy is going. I think that guy's gonna be. I could see he's gonna be. He has a chance to win MVP this year.
That's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy.
I think he's gonna flop.
I think he'll win Rookie of the Year.
I don't even think
who's gonna win Rookie of the Year.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is gonna be the biggest bust ever.
I think Jaden Daniels.
He is so. I don't think he's gonna be good at all.
I like Jaden Daniels.
Drake May's gonna be good.
Drake May's not gonna be good.
They're gonna be dog shit.
I think Will Levis is gonna have a breakout season. I like him.
I think it's still Tennessee. Who cares? I don't think he's gonna have crazy stats.
I think Tennessee is such a great. When I went to Nashville, because their stadium's right off Broadway, like 10-minute drive. That's a fun environment.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Like I can understand. Like I always thought, like people when I see like this guy signed to Tennessee, like why would you want to sign to that, dude? Once I went there, I was just like,
oh yeah,
I'm like, oh yeah,
it's a growing city.
I could do this for sure.
I think people are sleeping on Miami. I think Miami's got a great.
They have Tua.
Mike McDaniels, dude.
Doesn't matter when you have Tua.
Mike McDaniels is a stud.
Tua will get you 9 wins.
They're going to win the division. They will win the division this year. Tua's good. They're going to win a division. They're going to be
Tua's
as the
not
Bills.
A game changer though. He hasn't changed the game.
I think the Jets are going to be okay. I think that might be the best division in football.
Let's see, Jets, Bills, Patriots, Dolphins.
And then Patriots can be just Grady get 6 wins like the Cardinals.
Who's going to start for them?
Drake May.
Is he going to be the starter?
It's either him or Jacoby Brissett. Maybe they give Jacoby like the first 5 starts of the year.
Let me get Brissett. I always like the first 5 of Jacoby Brissett because he's always played somewhere.
He's Mr. Consistent. You know exactly what you're getting from him, and he's going to play 20 years.
He's like Sammy Watkins week 1.
You know exactly what you're going to get out of him. That type of quarterback is that is like the prototype of any quarterback. What you're trying to be like, you be like Jacoby Brissett. You do not have to be Aaron Rodgers. You don't have to be Mahomes.
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick's a better example of that. You know exactly what you're going to get from that guy.
Fitzpatrick was erratic, dude. Fitzpatrick would throw 25 picks in a year. Like, he would be a starter and then just shit the bed.
All I want, though, is when I see... I know we're from Bakersfield. We have the Carr family. I could care less. Give me Jameis Winston coming out of the huddle week 1.
He's on the Browns.
Wait, he got traded?
He's on the Browns,
Oh, my
Sacco.
God. That's heartbreaking.
I didn't even know he was.
That's heartbreaking.
They got an interesting quarterback room. They got Hayner and they got Spencer Radler.
That breaks my heart. Wait, Jameis isn't on the Saints anymore?
Yeah, he's on the Saints. Or he's on the Browns.
Dude,
Oh,
who's
my
at
God.
South Carolina. Have you heard about this dude?
Yeah, easy.
Nick Harbor.
Nick Harbor.
Not
The receiver?
Yeah, not the quarterback.
Is that the guy with like the really deep Southern accent?
No, he's on Carolina. You would
No,
always
this
like
guy
this.
from
Yeah, that's what
His horse is
This
named
kid
Dollar
from
Bill.
South Carolina. No, the college.
Yeah, no, I know.
He was
That's
a freshman last year. Nick Harbor, dude.
mm-mm.
I didn't know who he was until like 2 days ago. I'm at work, getting off of work, and I'm sitting in my car waiting to clock out. And I'm on my phone. It says Nick Harbor just ran. He does track too, and he's on the football team. He's 6'5", 240, and ran a faster 100-yard dash than Tyreek Hill.
I saw that.
Oh.
And a faster 200-meter dash than Tyreek Hill. This guy ran like a 10.3 or a 10.2, bro. And he's 6'5",
Yeah.
240.
Calvin Johnson.
And I look at his Instagram, and he was in high school last year. He was like the Gatorade Athlete of the Year for the whole country. This dude's 6'5" in high school.
Why'd he go to South Carolina?
He was the #1 athlete in the class. Dude, this dude is a beast.
He wants instant playing time.
Yeah, true. He's probably
Look,
the guy.
He didn't even play that much.
That's
last
the
year,
one
though.
thing like
He's a track star.
that I loved about Saban. It's like
Like he's an Olympic track star.
why do I have so many
Yeah, that's nuts. That's
I
fucking.
mean, Olympic.
Like, does he even have to play NFL? Like, he didn't be a professional.
He's good enough to be. He might do both, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
This guy, dude, he's fast. He's 6'5", 240, faster than Tyreek Hill.
Would he compete in the Olympics? Nah, 10-3
I
doesn't
don't-
really
that-
get you
no,
that
I
far.
think you gotta be under 10.
You gotta be under
You
10.
gotta be under 10.
I mean, what's the Usain
he's
Bolt's
only-
9'7"?
9.
Yeah, you
9'7",
like
9?
9'8".
I thought he was 9'5".
No, he's not 9'5". He was 9'7", 9, I
Hold on,
think.
what is? I looked at it. I'm actually curious.
Well, he's only
World
19
record
years
for
old.
100
bro.
Well, I don't get how that progression. Like, does he get faster when he's 25?
Yes, you get faster.
You do?
Yes, for sure.
Like, there's no like peak athleticism like early. Like, I don't know. Like,
Dude, I don't know. He's gonna have to lose weight probably. I mean,
yeah, how big? Like, how much does he weigh?
he's 6'5", 240.
That's a joke.
And he's
Yeah,
faster than Tyreek Hill.
Usain Bolt 9'5'8". I thought I was right when I said it.
9'5".
9'5'8". Yeah.
Yeah, so
Good
he's-
God, man.
he's
It's a
probably not gonna
second
go to the
faster than
Olympics,
that dude.
but he's gonna win the nationals probably.
Yeah, 240 is ridiculous. He's got to get down to like what 215.
6'5", 240.
Yeah, people said that about DK though.
Yeah, DK can't win at a track meet.
No, I'm just saying like I don't think he needs if he's gonna be a receiver. He wants 240. I think that'd be cool.
All right, let's just end on this note here, and I want to give my Super Bowl predictions.
You already know mine. I've came on the show twice already, and I've given my heart and
And
soul.
you're
to
wrong. You're in and you're out. Let's see. Who's gonna
Give me
be it?
Philadelphia, and you know what? Give me Jalen Hurts throwing for 5,000 this year. Devontae Smith's gonna have 1,300. AJ
Mhm.
Brown's gonna have 11. Dallas Goedert's gonna have a sneaky 600-yard season. He's not gonna have that big, and then Saquon's gonna have about 11 all-purpose yards.
Give me the Rams. LA Rams. Give me the LA Rams.
What?
Give me. They're coming back. Puka Nakua's coming back.
Who's on their defense?
Cooper Kupp. They just drafted these 2 D tackles from Florida State that are dogs.
Oh, yeah, but
They're
freshman,
dogs.
freshman D tackle. I mean,
They're going to be studs. They're going to be good immediately. That's why you play 3 years in college. You can contribute right away. You're already a grown-ass man.
How are the Texans the third favorites to win the?
dude,
They're
CJ's
loaded.
good.
Their
CJ's
roster's
good.
loaded. They got Stephon. They got Tank Dell. They got
Tank Dell just got shot.
he can't play opening season?
He just got shot.
He tore his ACL and then got shot.
Oh, Nico Collins is a stud on that team.
Collins is the
Noah
best.
Brown's a stud. They got Joe Mixon.
Who's on their
Joe
defense?
Mixon's washed.
Dalton
They
Schultz
just
is a stud.
drafted a guy on defense. Or no, Will Anderson.
Will Anderson's on that
Yeah.
team. They just drafted.
They're good.
They just drafted a corner. Oh yeah, Derek Stingley's a stud. Dude from LSU. Yeah, they actually do have a fucking
Give me
loaded
the
team.
Bengals.
D'Amico Ryans.
Stop it, Joe
No.
Burrow is not. He had his
Give me the Bengals.
fairy tale season.
I want to see him be
What do you
healthy.
mean fairy tale season?
Yeah, that's what are you saying?
I'm not a Joe Burrow guy.
He's done multiple times.
Yeah, he didn't. How was it? Was 2019 fairy tale?
Was he in the Super Bowl twice or once? And he
Once.
He's the only one who could beat Mahomes other than Brady.
Okay, Nick Foles beat Tom Brady. Eli? I don't. What do you? He beat Mahomes.
Mahomes has lost to 2 guys. Mahomes is unbeatable. Fucking Kansas City's winning again, 3-peat. All right, I can't see him losing a playoff game.
Do three in a row.
Jackson, if it was like 5 minutes left in the third quarter and Kansas City was down 31-0, I would still believe Mahomes could come back. I have that amount of belief in that guy. That guy can't fucking lose. It's ridiculous.
Ronaldo won 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
I don't care. Don't bring up soccer. Don't end on that.
I'm going to. I'm gonna get you to become a fan one day. I promise you that.
And this is episode 79 with Giancarlo.Sacco, Kirky, and me. It's always an honor. It's always a privilege to keep doing this. And you know what?
New studio today.
Day in, day out. We'll see you later, and go fuck yourself.